Okay, so this is actually one of my favorite things to do. I do this in a lot of my garments, especially when I'm working with dresses and anything that has a vintage feel. I do covered belt buckles. I think it always looks really nice. So I got a covered belt buckle kit, which you can get, and it basically just has a buckle that has two pieces. So one is for the outside, and then the other piece sits right inside of it after you've covered your buckle. Don't worry, I'm gonna walk you through it. Then you have this little adhesive template that you're going to press onto the wrong side of your fabric. We're gonna trim it, and this is what's gonna help us cover our buckle. I'm gonna remove one side of the paper. Remember to do this on the wrong side of your fabric. We're gonna press it on the other side. And now we're going to trim around our template. Now you're gonna notice on your template that you have some slits, so you wanna cut into those. Now you're going to carefully remove the rest of the paper. You want to make sure that you're covering the outside of the buckle. I've done this a bunch of times, so I like to keep my buckle together and then remove the inside piece so that I know exactly what I am covering. So you're going to place it over the top, and then very slowly you're just going to start turning the adhesive fabric to the inside. Then you turn it around. You're gonna try and smooth out as much as you can, cut off any loose threads that you see, push it into the corners, and then you just snap the back of it back on. The last piece is this little piece that goes into the eyelets for your belt, and you're just going to place it in the middle, and then using a pair of pliers, you just want to press this down and clamp it. Okay, now that I covered my buckle, I'm gonna get started on my belt. So I have already interfaced my belt and I have pressed along the long edge 3/8 of an inch. Now all I need to do is clear up this little corner, right? Because although we're going to be hand stitching this, I want the point of my belt to be really sharp. So I'm gonna take it to the sewing machine and we're just going to stitch in a V. I'm gonna go ahead and trim some of this. And we're going to turn it to the right side. Remember to use your point turner, not your scissors. Now I'm gonna go ahead and press the rest of my belt. So I want to meet in the middle. Okay, now I'm gonna do a lot of hand stitching. I'm gonna hand stitch my belt closed along the center. So I'm gonna do somewhat of a ladder stitch. I'm gonna go in through one side, hiding that thread inside, and then directly across the other side. I don't want my thread to be visible. Okay, now I'm gonna put my belt through my buckle and finish this off. Now I wanna hide the raw edge, so I'm just gonna fold it under about 3/8 of an inch, and I'm gonna go ahead and place this under my machine and give it a quick stitch. And I made this little tiny loop so that I could put my belt through it when I wrap it over myself. Just gonna slip that right on in, and my belt is all done.